recording now.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're doing it. Okay, cool. I'm Steven.
You're Steven.
Yeah, now. Forever.
I'm
Brooke.
Brooke.
Yeah.
That's a man's name, maybe.
Wait, we can add an...
Brooks.
No. Brooks. Yeah.
And this is
the
Help Podcast. And today we are picking up where we left off last week.
Part 2, y'all.
Codependency. Oh, part 2.
Yeah, because we couldn't stop at talking. So we had to do a part 2 for y'all. We really were going to do one episode, and then we're like,
that was beautiful, Steve.
Oh, you know what? I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Can you just sing the rest of the episode?
Yeah. Yeah. I can't sing to save my life.
I disagree, but all right.
I know. Okay. You're right. Keep it coming.
Do you want to hit us off?
Yeah.
Start us off.
Something. What symptom were we on last time?
We rounded out with reactivity.
Okay, cool.
And now we're sliding into home with caretaking.
Oh,
let's get it, Steve.
Popcorn reading. Anxiety from childhood. No? You're
sweating.
Like, okay, good. I wish I could have skimmed it before, like back in the high school years, but we're going to go for it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
you got this.
Caretaking. Another effect of poor boundaries is that if someone else has a problem, you want to help them to the point that you give up yourself. It's natural to feel empathy and sympathy for someone, but codependents start putting other people ahead of themselves. Should I keep going?
No.
In fact, okay. Cool.
I was like, no.
No. You triggered.
No.
Shut up.
No, you can keep going if you would like to.
I'll just read the next sentence. I haven't even read it yet, so we'll just do it. Great. In fact, they need to help and might feel rejected if another person doesn't want help. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Caretaking.
Whole
effing life filled with caretaking.
Yeah.
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 For real. Look at our reluctancy and just our tone of voice. Just like, don't want to go into it.
I can't think of... I'm just trying to think of like an instance where this has happened to me, but I can't. Nothing's coming to mind. I'm like, maybe this is not a part of codependency I have. I'm like, you're on your own.
You're on your own.
Good luck.
But that might be a good thing because, like, if we have all the symptoms, then maybe we should just go check ourselves.
It's true.
Right about now.
That is true.
Yeah.
Do you have an example that you'd like to share?
I don't know. I get like, I don't know. Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Caretaking. Yeah, I'll do everything.
For when someone is like sick or...
like especially like in my intimate relationships and just relationships in general, I've always taken... Like, I will take all of responsibility, throw it on my shoulders, and then trudge. And then when I'm, like, having mental breakdowns and stuff, and I'm like, why? And then it's like, no, biatch.
You'd got that damn mattress on.
Yeah, I know. Well, that, like, do you even remember when I dated Eric, dude, he used to, like, be like, hey, can you get me something from, like, the gas station?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And he would guilt trip me, but it's because... He would guilt trip me. He'd literally guilt trip me for not getting something, but it's because I took a lot of the responsibility in that, which was like... But it's like, girl, get it together in your head, Stevie. You're creating the issues, and then you're thinking it's someone else.
Right.
Yeah, you never felt like you had to caretake for somebody?
Wait, do you know?
I'm thinking, well, no, because like you've actually told me about somebody. Let's call him Karen because I think it suits him as a person. Karen, literally,
fucking
like
Karen.
You used to tell me about Karen, and I felt like you took so much responsibility on yourself as opposed to them.
Yeah.
No, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess same thing that you're saying. Like I created a lot of issues in the relationship.
But you carried so much in that relationship more than what this hobo was doing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I created issues to have like there be anything going on in the relationship. Otherwise it was just very like one-sided.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of times where I'm like, okay, this is a problem and I have to fix this problem. But it was it was less of a like for me, I guess maybe I'm having trouble with the caretaking part of that. Like, it was never really like,
Okay.
I
Maybe, yeah.
mean, I guess too, he was like not Karen, my girl Karen was not like super receptive
Yeah.
to certain things. So anytime I tried to, like, for example, like I made him like dinner one time, like I had all of these ideas of like things that I wanted to do for him early on in the relationship. And he always made me feel like very silly or like dumb for wanting to do those things.
That's actually really heartbreaking. You little cutie patootie wanted to make a little dinner, and he's being like, what a weirdo.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. And I mean, it's just his own problems. But it has, like, I've seen now, like, it's kept me from kind of putting myself out there in relationships, like in intimate relationships, because I'm scared of, again, being, like, shot down. So maybe that's why I don't have this as much, is because I'm, like, terrified of, like, putting myself out there in that kind of a role because of, like, past things that have happened.
Yeah.
So
I want to go kick down Karen's door right now and be like,
he's fine. Fucking Karen.
I know. Steve, get over it. I'm like, no. I'm going to kick down his door and give him a knuckle sandwich right on the head. He's like, who are you?
What's happening?
It's so stupid. See, this is my problem. But we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
Maybe so we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
cool.
go on to the next one.
All
you
right.
know what? You know what?
Yeah.
Let's just move on to the next one.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
It is control. Whew. Control helps codependents feel safe and secure. All right. Everyone needs some control over events in their life. You wouldn't want to live in a constant uncertainty and chaos, but for codependents, control limits their ability to take risks and share their feelings.
Okay. Interesting.
Which is like what I was just saying about
Yeah.
my life is a way to try to control. Whew. Sometimes they have an addiction that either helps them loosen up, like alcoholism, okay, or it helps them hold their feelings down, like workaholism, okay.
Double, okay.
Check.
Checky.
So that they don't feel out of control. They also need to control those close to them because they need other people to behave in a certain way to feel okay.
Oof.
In fact, people pleasing and caretaking can be used to control and manipulate people.
Oh.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Eek.
Eek.
It sucks.
Eek.
It sucks to find out about yourself when you're like,
icky, babe.
oh no, that's what I've been doing? Oh shit.
I don't do that with you, though.
No, I don't do it with you either.
We have healthy.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, too.
I realized that it took me a long time to realize this, and because, you know, like everybody will say that like disordered eating is like a control issue, like there's some sort of control thing going on, and it took me a long time to figure out like what mine was like what the issue was or like what was causing it. But I realized in the last couple of months like it totally was a control thing, and I felt like very I guess I just try to like manipulate or control people's reactions to me.
Oh, of course,
by being what I think they want me to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like this weird, terrifying thing that it's just like ingrained in me at this point. And I'm like, okay, I am this person. I do these things. I want these things so that this person likes me and I can control.
But it's really just wanting to be accepted, right? Like it sounds like the demon child's coming out here manipulating people. It's like, no, you just want to be accepted anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good to recognize that about yourself, though.
No, it doesn't. And I'm trying to make it lighter because, like, I there's, like, situations where I've, like, wanted things to be even kill, and I'm just, like, trying to even kill everybody in the drama, and, like, you know, yeah.
Oh, I avoid drama like the plague.
Yeah, like, dude, I just want everything to be cool. Can it be cool?
Yeah.
In those instances, like, I've, like, tried to tell people in a way what they want to hear as opposed to the reality, just so that we could all move on with our lives and it'd be okay, and that people won't hate me.
Yeah.
So they won't hate me, really.
Same. And I think in the moment it feels easier. It feels a lot easier to do that because you're like, oh, I can control me. I can compromise my own thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
Well, and that goes into caretaking. It's like you're caring for somebody, what you think, and then it's just, so it's like a mesh, kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it as control, though.
Yeah, I just, like, really recently realized, like,
That's like
what I'm
controlling the
doing.
situation to make it okay for yourself.
Right. And, like, with the eating disorder, it was such a, like, shame and guilt and controlling thing. And it was like, if this was, like, the one thing, I felt a lot of shame around just food and, like, my food habits and the way that my body looked. And I had no way to control that.
Yeah.
Or, like, I didn't know how to, like, deal with those emotions.
And a healthy coping mechanism. So you're just like control.
It just literally, like, it just was, it manifested in, like, physical control of what I was eating. And it was like, okay, I'm worth a damn because I have this crazy willpower to not eat for 36 hours, 48 hours at a time. And I didn't feel it was control in that way, where I was, like, actually getting a sense of control and, like, feeling in control of my life because I had that willpower. And if I ate, I felt very out of control. And, like, that was when all of the bad stuff and, like, the shame and the guilt came back.
And the ripple effects of, like, this, that. Yeah.
And it was, like, this thing where I was controlling my body image and how it looked, and I knew that if I didn't eat, it would look a certain way. And so that's controlling how people see me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah. But we all are. That's the thing, that we think that we're, like, more messed up than other people, but everybody's messed up. Just people don't show it. Our people aren't, like, reflecting on it. Or anyway, this makes me feel better.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Anyway, we're like, what
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Should we go to the next one?
Yeah.
Boom. It's this one.
Dysfunctional communication. Codependents have trouble when it comes to communicating their thoughts, feelings, and needs. Should I continue? Of course, if you don't know what you think, feel, or need, this becomes a problem. Okay, we actually just spoke about this earlier. I don't know what I feel like.
That's the crazy thing when you realize, like, the codependent, like, behaviors, it's so intertwined and, like, in every fucking aspect of your life.
I don't know how I feel, but, like, I think I know how you feel, so we're just gonna, like, keep compromising.
We're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, for sure, because, like, then I have grounding, and then I can go home and cry my eyes out. Yeah. Oftentimes you know, but you won't own up to your truth. You're afraid to be truthful because you don't want to upset someone else. Instead of saying, I don't like that, you might pretend that it's okay or tell someone what to do. This is real. Yo, I'm sweating. I'm having physical symptoms. I don't know if it's the coffee.
It could be the coffee, but I'm having it too a little bit, so it may not be the
It's
coffee.
mutual. We're just you and I make everything okay between us. For, like, you know what? Because we don't have that with our other relationships.
You're
where
okay.
we have
You're okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Everybody's okay.
My acting coach is like, Stevie, you just need to calm down sometime. And I'm like,
okay.
Cool. Calm down.
I can
breathe.
do that.
Yeah. We both hold the capacity to make it okay. But speaking of dysfunctional communication, do you have any pertinent, like, where you denied your truth so much and that it just, like, kept coming up?
Probably, yeah. I'm having a hard time, like, I think it's just my life in general. Here's one thing that so that happens to me, where it's like somebody's, like, telling me something, and instead of being like, same thing with boundaries, instead of being like, oh, I don't like that, and having a differing opinion, that I won't do that. Like, I'd rather, like, save that. Also, I personally really hate feeling stupid.
I hate that feeling. I hate it. So, like,
hate
no,
it.
man.
Oh, I fell the other day at
Blame
Chris's
the ground.
house.
Yeah.
I fell. This was like a week and a half ago. I was leaving, and I was, like, getting off of the bed, and I just fucking ate shit and, like, just tried to save myself by
What did you do? I want to know.
There was, like, a tall cardboard box with another like, smaller gift box on top of it. And I just fucking put my hand on it to try to save myself, and just squished the fuck out of the box. And I felt so stupid, like, so embarrassed. Like, this idiot can't even walk. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? So it's my least favorite feeling. And so I hate, like, pointing things out. Like, when somebody does something wrong or, like, says something wrong, I will not point it out. Like, I will.
Oh, you're an angel.
Go so far out of my way, which sometimes I wish I did. Sometimes I wish I had the balls, especially when that person later points out something that I did that was stupid. I'm like,
remember that one time?
oh, really? Look at this screenshot, fool.
December 14th, 2015.
2:30 p.m.
Didn't even point it out. Yeah. No, man, they were doing that at my job. They were talking about this person that was drunk and did some stupid stuff. And I was like, man, everybody's got a drunk, stupid story. And maybe you don't want to point that out because next time, Susan.
It could be you.
Could be you.
Fucking Susan.
Yeah. Dude, don't act like pretentious like you haven't done anything stupid while you're drunk before. Okay, jerk?
Yeah. No, we know your shit,
that's
Susan.
How I feel. Susan. Pee pants Susan when you get drunky pants Susan.
Don't act like you didn't pee your pants at the holiday company party, Susan.
Yeah.
And then sit on Santa's lap.
Truth to yourself. Admit
Susan.
it. Yeah.
Fucking Susan. I hate her.
I haven't had, like, I can't think of, like, I know there's things that continuously, like, I won't admit to myself and they keep replaying in events in my life that I'm just like, oh, let me dodge that. Or, you know, I don't want to admit, if there's some things that, like, I think in everybody's lives that you see, like, even in your friendships, and I'm not, like, saying anything, but, like, truths people don't want to admit to themselves, like, even for me, that I'm not ready to admit to myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm not about to throw myself in the flames.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not here for that. Okay,
Yo,
so
I'm not ready. I'm not about to put myself to the stake.
No. Have you seen the show on Netflix?
What is it?
Called The Hotter Half?
Okay, yes. Honestly, it's a horrible show.
It's horrible.
It's such a trashy show, but I watched it.
I've seen every episode. I would... Now I kind of want to, but I'm like, that would be the most terrifying thing. Like, that's horrible.
Oh, I gotta tell them. So, like,
oh, yeah, sorry.
There's a show. Okay, listen to this. All right, so when you talk about, like, guilty pleasures, this is one of them.
Ooh, it's up there.
It's couples. I don't know who subjects themselves to this anyways. They go on the show, and they have strangers rate them, like, who's the hotter half.
And it's
strangers.
But it's nothing to do with the couple. It's just, like, men rate the women, whether they would date them or not, based on a selfie.
Yes.
And women rate the men, or like vice versa. They have like LGBTQ situations going on. But
yeah, so shallow to begin with, right?
I mean, I want to do it. But at the same time, I'm like, do you remember also when Facebook came out with that feature? It was like some app where people could anonymously tell you shit about yourself. What is it?
Yik Yak.
Yik Yak, yeah.
Well, guys, I didn't. Nope, I didn't get the memo.
No, I was like, there's no fucking...
They banned it.
...universe
where I do this. They should, though, because... No, there's already enough people sitting behind their computers being haters.
Yeah. Terrifying. I wish that I had the balls to be like, tell me everything about me. Like, what do you like? What do you not like? Let's hear it. But I'm like, no, keep it to yourself, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the shit.
I kind of want that.
I mean, I'm trying to want it really bad.
I don't want to ask people for that, though.
Yeah, but
you just want to be given it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noted, Cole.
Well, wait for this text message later tonight.
But you know what? You don't need everybody's opinion. You know what I mean? Because if you're like dependent on it, it's like
if I don't like them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but there's like only a specific amount of people that actually care about their opinion.
This is true.
It's like probably on one hand.
Yeah, this is true.
Some people have opinions just like, dude, no. You know, I'm not even invested in you that much that I care about your opinion.
What's the opinion? What's that?
Opinion on the opinion?
No, opinions are like assholes.
Everyone has one, and everybody's got to use it.
What?
Oh. I don't know.
Oop.
Opinions are like assholes. Oop. That's the same.
That is.
Yep.
Straight from the Midwest. Okay, so I hear what you're saying. I am trying real hard to get, like, I aspire to be at a place where, like, I am confident enough in myself that, like, come at me. Give me what you got. What do you think?
This podcast really has helped me.
Yes, for sure.
No, but y'all guys, Brooke and I have texted each other about stuff we've said on the podcast individually, and we reassure each other because we're like, you know what, we're gonna live our life unapologetically ourselves.
Yes.
And like true stories about ourselves, and we support each other fully. We've only texted each other once about this.
It's fine. Just one time.
Yeah, we actually have.
Yeah, that's true.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have two things.
Yes, ready.
On this. So one, I listened to, I'm gonna have to look it up right now, because I can't remember what like the episode number was, but the Self-Helpless podcast.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking great podcast that everybody should listen to.
They should shout us out.
Well, we're the help podcast, you know, and they're the self-helpless.
Like,
Love
sure, bitches. Self-helpless. Okay, so they had a guest on who I believe was a celebrity of some sort. Fuck, sorry guys. This is just coming to my mind, so
Well, do
I'm.
tell. What
Ha
happened?
I found it. It was on November 18th. Self-helpless podcast called Living with Codependency.
Okay.
And it's a comedian, Ken Gar, and this was listening to this podcast was huge for me, and like I was already learning about ways that I was codependent, but this helped me see
More clarity.
yeah, and just also it's something that he's dealing with and that he's gone through. So he has like he kind of gives like tactics and like things that you can do, and also he's just like an example of realizing that you're codependent and fucking going on with your life and not being codependent anymore, and everything still being okay. Which
I know.
I think is a scary part of it, is because you've lived your life this way for so long and you're trying to give up these tendencies. You're like, this is how I control, like, this is how I'm okay, is I do all of these things. So it's very scary to like, just let go of those things.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Yes. So I would suggest anybody who thinks that they may have
Any type
of
or any of the
codependency,
symptoms.
or like if it's affecting your life in a negative way, listen to this guy, because
Check it
it
out.
was super dope. But the other thing I was going to say, and he talks about it, is he basically just made this switch of just living. He just decided like, okay, I'm just going to live with like rigorous honesty, and I'm just going to say whatever the fuck comes to my mind.
Dude, you know how scary that is, though.
Terrifying.
No, but you make the best friends that way. If you have rigorous honesty in your life, dude, true.
It's the real ones. Is that what they say?
Are the real ones. Yeah.
But so I've not been able to make the full switch, obviously, as we discussed last week. There's something stopping me. And it's codependency.
Yeah.
But I have stopped telling, because I was such a white liar before. Like, I would white lie everything to just make things easier.
Yeah, of course.
And I've stopped doing that because I would get, okay, so earlier this year, I was going to hang out, or supposed to hang out with someone, and I actually just, it was like an issue of not wanting to set this boundary. Like, I just wanted to go to bed at a decent time. Like, that's all it was. I wanted to get up early the next morning, nerd that I am. And so instead of just saying that, because I felt like that wouldn't be, I would have to like kind of back that up again and like defend that. I just lied and said like, oh, I already have plans, or like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
With like, I involved another person in the lie. And then those two people and I were together in a place like a week later. And the whole
Did they
time,
find out?
No.
Okay.
But the whole
cringing.
time I just was like, like trying to steer direction completely away from that. And I was like, this sucks. Like, this sucks. It was easier in the moment to do that.
Yeah.
But now it's so much harder and I'm panicking.
Yeah.
When I could have just said the truth. And like, why don't I just stop fucking doing shit like that?
No, literally, sometimes when you just put it all out in the air, it makes it comfortable for everybody. I think, like, sometimes. That's my stomach.
Holy shit.
Was
don't
that
be a
on the
hater.
mic?
Yeah.
I'm really hungry.
Steve, do we need to, is this?
Maybe you're lactose intolerant too.
Yeah, should we get
Maybe.
you a baked brie? Can I get you a baked brie? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't. I didn't think you would be that excited.
You realized in that instant regret. No, I'm just really hungry, but it's okay.
I do have a Chipotle salad that we can split.
Cool. I'm in.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But we'll wrap it up.
Oh,
a
yeah.
little. But yeah. No. Sometimes putting it on the table, just like, hey yo, this is it. This is what it is. Real talk. Here we are.
Here we are.
100. H-Town, hold it down. Here
Here it is.
it is.
Stevie,
Yes.
do you want to make a pact on this not live podcast? She's panicking, everyone. Here's the
I am
play.
panicking.
She started sweating. That we live with rigorous honesty. Maybe we only do it for a week. Let's try a week and see what happens.
Okay, we'll try
3
a
days?
week.
Okay.
But yes, I will. Well, let's do this. Let's
Okay.
just do a week of rigorous interactions with people that we
Yes.
come into daily.
I don't think we have to be like, here's all my shit, here's all my secrets, but just like day-to-day interactions. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, I guess I'm like overthinking it.
No, you're doing
But
great.
there's also like, hey, isn't there a time and place to be honest? Like,
I do think it's a line. Like, there's a line to, and I think that's where it gets so tricky, is like,
when you're feeling like you're compromising yourself, be honest.
yes.
Dill.
Okay, great.
Dill.
Or just be, no, we'll do that.
That's good?
Yeah, I
right?
like
Because
that.
I don't want to be like word vomit, be like, I don't like you. You're like, what the heck?
What the fuck, Stevie?
I work with you.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do that, but I think just because I've been on the other extreme for so long that I want to go to the. But
I hate you, Cole. He keeps looking at me when my stomach growls. I know he hears it.
I can't even hear it anymore.
Yeah, he can hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Should we pause for the salad?
So self-destructive.
We're just like fucking chewing on lettuce for the rest of the episode.
No, it's okay.
Okay, let's run through it. We've got her packed. We've got a week. We'll check in with each other. We'll report back next week how things went. Okay.
Yeah, and if you need a pick me up, but also we'll try to be there for ourselves. But like, if you need a pick me up, I think that's totally like appropriate. If you're like Steve,
help. I really upset some people today.
Yeah.
I texted everyone on my phone how I feel about the paragraph.
No, about all their character flaws and like how they can improve, which we will not do.
I started every paragraph with, I made a pact. I have to do this. And then I said, 10 things I don't like about them.
I had a coworker once hate me so much. She made 10 things I did great and 10 things I can improve on.
Like a shit sandwich, like an open
but
face
it was
shit
like
sandwich.
it was like such a passive aggressive thing. It's like, you smile sometimes was like a good thing. You smile sometimes. Dude, she's an a-hole, man.
Okay, what were these 10? We need to know these.
No, dude, she was
you
like,
smile sometimes.
She was so
your hair is brown.
Your hair, yeah. It was like this dumbest thing.
You don't smell bad.
You look hygienic at work. Like, it was stuff like that. That was so like, and I was really young at the time. It's just like, in my head, I was like, what is this person still? And I just let her sit in her hatred. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. You can self-destruct yourself, girl. I'm your freaking manager. And,
Ooh.
And you can, and, like, I was like a shift manager, okay? So I wasn't bitch. Yeah, she was a shift manager, and I was a shift manager, but she was jealous that I was a shift manager. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't have been a shift manager. I forgot to lock the doors.
Jesus Christ.
Guys.
Okay.
That's intense.
We've got like
I'm drinking a whole gallon of coffee over here. Okay, let's go to the next one, y'all.
Through this so we can get Steve some food.
Steve, I'm laughing with you.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay. Oh, goodness. You got to start this one.
The next one is obsessions. Codependents have a tendency to spend their time thinking about other people or relationships. This is caused by their dependency and anxieties and fears. They can also become obsessed when they think they've made or might make a mistake. Sometimes you can lapse into fantasy about how you'd like things to be or about someone you love as a way to avoid the pain of the present. This is one way to stay in denial, discussed below, but it keeps you from living your life.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the only thing I can think of, and I've talked about it before, is my damn crushes on celebrities.
For real?
Yeah, it's like a way to... I always had them real bad when I didn't have, like, anything going, actual relationships going on, or, like, I had sort of tried to be in a relationship and it went bad, and then it was like, let's just go down into fucking crush town and have crushes on these unrealistic people, because then I can just obsess over it in my brain and still kind of get those same feelings, but I'm not relying on anybody else. It's just like this fucking fantasy that like fulfills things for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I'm clean.
Yeah. Have you ever like created an idea of a person?
Absolutely.
Is that like when it says that, is that like a sign of codependency, like an idea instead of the reality of a person, or no?
That could probably be a little bit of codependency. I think it's just that's in and of itself is a problem too.
Yeah.
Like outside of codependency. That's what I did with our pal Karen.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
It was just
Karen, the
ex-boyfriend Karen.
Yeah.
I was just like in love with the idea of what I wanted him to be. And
but like not who
he was.
actually was. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
My bad.
Shots fired. Pow pow. yeah, obsession is crazy. I don't know. Like, yeah, I could create, I think it was a time and place, like, I create ideas of people, and then also, like, it was, like, a mixture of, like, caretaking and, like, the potential I'd created in my head, but it wasn't the reality of who they were.
Yeah.
And it was just, like, really just a lack of what I had in myself.
Yeah, for sure.
That I was, like, trying to perpetuate on somebody for, like, this acceptance that I should have had for myself to begin with.
Yeah. Heard that.
Heard is the word.
I actually apologized to Karen.
You did?
Yeah. I have a couple times, but once I realized it, I talked to him and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry that I was never, all you wanted out of our relationship was for me to be myself, and I was not okay with myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't think, now to be fair, I had clues that he wouldn't like me if I was myself. Like the things of like,
seriously, but you were like, hey, this is who I
want to be with, and if I can conform to be what he wants me to be, then like great, then I'm accepted and loved, and just codependent things.
Yeah.
But I apologized to him because I had a lot of resentment, because it was like, I can go out of my way and make myself uncomfortable for him, like, and I don't think I realized it on this level, but that's essentially what I thought was like, well, if he like texts me something that I don't give a shit about, I'll still go out of my way to text him back. But like, if I text him something that he has nothing to say anything to, like, he wouldn't like go out of his way to like make something have a comeback, which is just like the normal way to do it, you know? Like, it's okay if you don't have anything to say. But I was so focused on like being this person and like going out of my way. I guess that's kind of a caretaking thing of just like making sure he's comfortable all the time and like putting myself out there.
Yeah.
That I have to check myself now, even in like what's happening in my relationship. Like, I have to make sure, like, if he says something to me and I'm like sitting there like trying to come up with something to text him, I'm like, oh, I don't have to text him back. Like,
I don't owe him anything.
Right.
Well, and then you also take accountability. You know, there's that like narcissist thing going around where everybody's like, how do you identify a narcissist? I'm not
going around like it's like the flu.
I don't know. It's just showing up on my feed, and I'm not even searching it on Google. I'm like, what the heck? But like, it's like a thing where people are like, how to spot a narcissist? But it's like,
oh, I found her.
Regardless of like the codependency, it's like taking accountability and responsibility, and like not saying that there isn't a place for like empathy for these type of things, but there's also like, hey, you're becoming more aware, like try, and that's enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And realizing too that like when I'm creating resentment for that person when I am extending myself and like trying to be this person, when that's not reciprocated, when the codependent behaviors are not reciprocated and this person is not overextending themselves and like being someone that they're not, I create resentment because I'm like, well, I am doing all of these things and I'm putting all of these energies into like being this person that I'm not, and you can't do that for me.
Oh,
which, like,
of course.
When you write that on paper, you're like, oh, bitch.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Whoa, stop doing that.
Yeah.
So, I'm working on it.
Yeah, for sure. As we all are.
Whew.
Or we could just live our lives in just complete...
Can you imagine?
Next symptom, denial. We could just keep being in denial. This ain't happening.
Should we do an experiment in codependency and just be our, like, true codependent selves and see how far we run ourselves into the ground?
No, it goes nowhere. Yeah, oh my gosh, I could carry a lot of that pressure. I literally... No, seriously.
Yeah, no,
Some of the stuff...
That would go against our pact, too, so...
Yeah, and we don't go back when we make a pact.
That's right, we should pinky promise.
Chiroprac, got your back.
He protect, he attack.
And if we go back, we have a heart attack.
Steve, you need a snack.
Thank you, Cole. Yes, I do. Are we going to keep the stomach gurgling?
Probably.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you want to.
Whatever, I don't care.
I want to hear it.
It's funny.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so what is is this the last one?
No, girl, we got so many. Should we run through these? Let's run through them. We got 4 more.
Okay. We'll shut them up.
And they're all, like, the thing is, too, is, like, we've kind of gone over some of these.
Yeah, I think even the next one that's denial, it's like, is it denial?
The next one is dependency. which
Okay.
and it says codependents need other people to like them to feel okay about themselves, which is just like
all the time.
the underlying thread of all
of it.
this.
Yeah, I need people to like me. Like, please like me, because I don't like myself and I'm shameful. All the time. All the time.
Yeah. But like I've Googled so many times like how to love yourself. I've like read books about it. It's interesting to me that it doesn't, like, as I feel like there are people that maybe it just comes more natural for.
Or maybe they're lying.
I don't know.
But hey, you know what? Okay, yeah.
I think that like I found out over the holiday that my sister listens to this podcast, so I don't know if I'll get a text about this or not. But I think my middle sister, like I think that she just has and we don't talk about this stuff a lot, so she may have issues that I don't know, but in general, I think that she just loves herself, like, and just always kind of has had like more of a confidence than I have.
She's always had her back. That's like such a beautiful thing, to always have your back regardless of like who is standing with you. You're like, but we also have family, right? Like family, that's blood.
Yeah.
I don't know why my voice is shaking.
Are you okay? It's because you're hungry.
No, I'm just like, it really just touches my core. It really does.
But, and like, so this is the thing too, where like with the Karen situation and with other situations in my life, like what, like my mom, like she doesn't understand. Like she's like, just leave him, just dump him, just do this, just tell these people this. Like she doesn't get it. And I think that is like the difference, where it's like she just maybe has an easier time accepting herself. And like people like you and I, like we're just harder on ourselves in general, or like something has happened in the past
we have such a hard time like holding our own hands and making these decisions and feeling okay with it.
Yeah. And I think it's just like a practice and like how you perceive the world.
Yeah, for sure. Where it's not like everybody sees your problem. It's such a pertinent thing. It's what they think about. No, it's just what you think about all day.
You're in your own movie.
So what is the next one?
It is denial. You want to read it?
Yeah. One of the problems people face in getting help for codependency is that they're in denial about it, meaning that they don't face their problem. Usually they think the problem is someone else or the situation. Oh gosh, look at this stuff. They either keep complaining or trying to fix the other person, or go from one relationship or job to another and never own up to the fact that they have a problem.
But here's the thing with that, like, it's hard if you don't know about this stuff. It's hard to know that you have a problem. Like if you don't know that you're interacting with the world in an unhealthy way or in a toxic way, because that's, I feel like I realized and understood that I had a lot of problems and stuff. But before I started going to therapy, like I didn't understand that it was the way I was operating.
Yeah, for sure.
So it wasn't necessarily denial.
But we're not, I don't think like it's saying that we blame everybody for our problems. I mean, we're out here openly talking about it and trying to take accountability and like, what does that mean? And we're in the twilight zone of trying to figure it out. But yeah, hopefully like people feel comfortable. Yeah,
and I'm sure there are people out there who are in denial, but I guess I maybe don't like that phrasing.
I don't like that phrasing either, because it's like a victim mentality, and here we're trying to portray like the taking responsibility and accountability.
Yeah, I think, and like, no, I am an armchair expert, but I'm not an expert. But I think a better, for me, for how I understand it, I think that a better word would be like is unawareness a word?
Yeah, unawareness.
Lack of awareness.
Lack of awareness, but...
Yeah, would be more.
I support all the words you make up during this podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Which have been a couple.
Get at me, like Webster.
Come at me, bro.
This one is real, and I could do a whole fucking episode about this. Problems with intimacy. By this, I'm not referring to sex, although sexual dysfunction often is a reflection of an intimacy problem. I'm talking about being open and close with someone in an intimate relationship. Because of the shame and weak boundaries, you might fear that you'll be judged, rejected, or left. On the other hand, you may fear being smothered in a relationship and losing your autonomy. You might deny your need for closeness and feel that your partner wants too much of your time. Your partner complains that you're unavailable, but he or she is denying his or her need for separateness. I mean, we don't even have to go into this because I will talk for, this is my life.
And hours.
Yeah. I think this is another, that's another reason that I, entertained the, crazy crush thing, as well as, the crazy long distance relationship.
Yeah.
Because I'm terrified of, being in an intimate relationship for being judged for it. Just seems
it's a judge thing. Yeah,
it seems like, which I'm obviously working on it, things are going well, knock on wood.
Yeah,
this isn't real wood, but
you better find some wood.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
But it is like it's sometimes in the past has seemed like more of a hassle to even like put myself in that situation. But it turns out the only way that you can deal with it is by being in that situation and learning and growing. So
yeah, it's like you literally can't have a disagreement with somebody without absolutely shutting down. 100%.
Yeah, I will like fear that if there's a disagreement about anything, I'm like, it's over. It's done.
No, literally.
I've ruined this. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. I totally lost my train of thought, but yeah, like if I feel like that's like one of the top things, and like Brandon doesn't do this, but the second I feel like judged, I shut down. I don't even open up to that person anymore. Yeah. Like it's literally like it's done.
Yeah.
Just completely done. And I will be cool with that person, but I won't tell them anything. Yeah, and I can't, because I can't bear it.
Intimate thing is closed. Yeah. It's surface level from that point forward.
Yeah, even in like friendships. Yeah. Like I can't bear it because I can't bear it in myself. Like, because I already have enough of like shameful, like me not accepting myself.
Yeah. This rolls right into the next one.
Yeah, what is it?
Painful emotions. Codependency creates stress and leads to painful emotions. Shame and low self-esteem create anxiety and fear about being judged, rejected, or abandoned. Making mistakes, being a failure, feeling trapped by being close or being alone. The other symptoms lead to feelings of anger, resentment, depression, hopelessness, and despair. When the feelings are too much, you can feel numb.
I don't even know what to say because, like...
Mic drop.
Yeah, mic drop. I'm going to make it into a joke to make...
Mic.
Defense mechanism. Let's make it into a huge ass joke to make me feel better about
my life. Yeah. I don't feel like I am... It's mostly with like the intimate relationship things, but I'm like teaching myself how to feel things again.
Really?
Yeah. Because I just shut it off.
Are you serious? I'm on the opposite end.
Really?
No, I feel everything.
Oh, you can't shut it off.
I have problems shutting it off. Like right now, I feel really uncomfortable talking about this.
Why?
I just do. You keep talking about yourself, please.
Okay, Steve.
No, it's like I will feel it deeply. I feel it.
Oh,
like I hate it.
Oh man, I can, and I think it's just a defense mechanism. Like I can compartmentalize the fuck out of feelings. I can shove them down.
I wish I could do that more.
No, you don't, because then you just get to a point where you don't feel anything, and then like I don't feel anger really anymore because I've like shoved it down so much in my life. Because I've been so embarrassed about and like felt guilt and shame about feeling angry, and then thought like, oh no, I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah. So I've just like shoved it down. And now it's like I don't feel anger. Like literally. I mean, sometimes I do. If I get very angry, I'll feel it. But it takes a lot. Remember when we went kickboxing together?
Was that with JT?
I think we did it. Group? I think you and I did it.
Okay.
One other time.
We've done separately. So many things together, but go on.
And I was like, I can't do kickboxing because I don't have any anger in me. Like I don't want...
Or like you don't feel like the emotions even... You're like, this is hell. I don't know why I'm continuing this.
But I looked over at you and you were kicking the shit out of that bag, girl.
Yeah, dude,
and I was
don't play.
Oh my God. Stevie came. That. She came for it.
Yeah, no, it's...
And that's like been a thing anytime I'm like working out or whatever and people are like, just like get really angry about something. And I'm like, girl, I can't.
It's not even have to be anger though. Like mad. Why does it have to be anger?
I don't know. I think that's because like adrenaline, it helps you like fight through feelings of uncomfortability. But I'm like, I don't have it. I'm not mad. I'm all right.
I think of like my ancestors, like if I'm really not feeling motivated, this is so cheesy. I think of my ancestors standing before me while I work out, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this for my ancestors.
Wow,
and myself.
This is like some Moana shit. I'm here for it.
Yeah, like this is like, you gotta be your best. You gotta leave the legacy.
I love that.
And they're standing before you and they're witnessing your life.
Oh, I like that a lot.
That's really cheesy.
No, I love it. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna put that in my pocket.
But it's funny that we're opposites because I have people in my acting class. They're like, why? How can you? And I'm like, I don't know how to control this. It's like I feel very deeply, and like I don't know.
Yeah.
But there has to be a balance.
Yeah, because I think, mine is the exact opposite. Like, I don't know how to control it, so I just shut it the fuck off. Like, completely to where I don't really feel anything.
Yeah.
Which is not good either. So
Yeah.
let's give each other some tips and tricks, and we'll meet in the fucking middle.
Cool. Hey, I'm in.
Okay.
Codependency 101. I think I just saw Colt yawn.
Okay, that is
No, he was rubbing his eyeballs.
a clear sign.
A clear sign is a little sleepy thingy.
Dr. Seuss in it over here today.
I just think I have something in my eye.
Oh. Are you crying?
Look up.
Yes.
Cool. It's okay.
Denial?
It's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna work through this together.
Okay, cool.
I think that's all we got on codependency, and we had a lot.
Yeah, and hopefully, like, there's like some safe place people can feel like that if they do have this, because it's so freaking common and wanting to be
common.
Social media exacerbates the need for acceptance in others all the damn time.
Absolutely. I believe there are codependency anonymous groups.
Really?
I mean, maybe I've looked into it. I don't know. I think there are a few in Austin, and then there's plenty of like resources online about like dealing with it and learning how to get over it. Obviously, there's therapy. That's helpful. There's that one podcast episode that I recommended.
You can check it out.
And you know what? Just fucking call us if you want to talk through something.
Yeah, for sure.
Shoot us a DM, send us an email. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll help you.
Yeah. We won't be judgmental. I mean, like,
no.
Hi.
Never.
Cool.
Randy.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see y'all. We're going to have a special guest next week. It's going to be about anxiety.
Yes, hopefully. I guess we don't know if that's confirmed.
Confirmed or maybe not confirmed.
So
but we always like to surprise you.
You stay tuned.
This is a raffle.
And you'll know. You'll learn.
We thought we were in control of the boat, but you know, wherever
Turns
it takes
out.
us, we're not. Cool. We'll talk to you. Should we call them sexy foxes? We'll talk to you, sexy foxes.
Ooh.
Cole didn't like that.
Let's call them
cuties.
Randys. Oh shit.
Randys. Hey, you Randys out there.
You Randys. You Randalls. Goddamn
Yeah.
Randalls. Randall out there listening to this podcast. We love you, Randall.
Why are we so good at closing
This
these
is a
segments?
big decision. What we're gonna call the people that listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
You don't think it's Randall? No.
Randall's fun.
You like Randall's? Okay, cool.
Should we just address one person named Randall?
Dude, if I was a Randall, like, my name was legitimately.
The whole time.
Yeah,
like, this whole
okay.
podcast is just a or not even a conversation, just talking to Randall.
Randall.
Yeah.
Set the standard. All right, y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week.
And by y'all, we mean you, Randall.
Randall. Cool.
We love you. We hope you're doing all right. And we'll check in with you next week.
Yeah. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.
Miss you, Randall.
God,
Love you, Randall. You're the best. Number one. Okay, cool. Dude, it's getting weird. Okay, we gotta cut it off.
Okay, thanks for listening to us, guys.
Yes. If you wanna give a shout out or just reach us.
Or send in like a topic you want us to bullshit on.
Yeah. Our email is helpthepodcast@gmail.com. And our Instagram is...
It is at The Help Podcast.
At The Help Podcast.
And you can search Facebook, The Help Podcast. We're on there as well. And you can find all of our episodes on any major podcasting platform.
Yes.
iTunes, Stitcher.
Or if you get confused, just email us. We'll help you.
We'll send you the link, girl. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a good one.